Now I am going to discuss about precision rectifiers. Before going to precision rectifiers, first of all we have to know about what are the disadvantages of conventional rectifiers. So first recall from the basic circuit principles. While we are going to design any rectifier, we are going to be used diodes. So there is a main drawback in the conventional rectifiers. What is the drawback? So the output voltage of the conventional rectifier is represented as V naught is equal to Vi minus Vd on, and V naught is equal to 0, and V naught is Vi minus Vd on when Vi is greater than Vd, and if Vi is less than Vd, you will get V naught is equal to 0. That means whenever you are going to construct a rectifier with the help of conventional elements like resistors, capacitors and diodes, whenever you are going to design a rectifier, the output voltage of the rectifier rectifies only the voltages, that too the input voltages greater than Vd. If the input voltages are less than Vd, then it can't rectify any output. That's why what I am telling is, when V naught is equal to Vi minus Vd, that is Vd is greater than Vi is greater than Vd, and V naught is equal to 0 when Vi is less than Vd. This is the output, these are the output voltages of conventional rectifier. And why I am telling these are the drawbacks also? Why? Because if there is any change in the input voltage from 0 to 0.7, we will not get any output voltages at the output voltage at the output of the rectifier. Okay, so these are the main disadvantages. So there is any change in the input from 0 to 0.7, we will not get any output. Why? Because the diodes will be conducting only when it is 0.7 volts only. Later on only the diodes will be, after that only the diodes will be conducted. Before that the diodes will not be operated. So your output voltage will be generated only when Vi is less than Vd. Okay, Vi minus Vd, that is Vi is greater than Vd, and V naught is equal to 0 when Vi is less than Vd. And there is one more disadvantage we will be observed in the conventional rectifier is crossover distortion will be occurred. Okay, now in the conventional rectifiers. So to overcome these two disadvantages, one is crossover distortion, okay, and the other one is output voltage generation. To overcome these disadvantages, we are going for the precision rectifiers. In the precision rectifiers, we are going to construct the rectifier with the help of op-amp and diode. And while we are going to design this rectifier, initially we are assuming the op-amp is operated in open loop configuration, and because of this precision rectifier there is a change in the input voltage. Immediately we will be get the output at the output side. Again, coming to the precision rectifier, again there are two types. First one is half wave precision rectifiers, and the second one is full wave precision rectifiers. Again, in the half wave precision rectifier we are having two types: positive half wave precision rectifier, and second one is negative half wave precision rectifier. Similarly, in the positive full wave pressure rectifier also we are having two types. One is positive full wave pressure rectifier and the other one is negative full wave pressure rectifier. These are the two types in the half wave pressure rectifier as well as full wave pressure rectifier. Now first I am going to explain positive pressure half wave rectifier, and listen carefully. We all know that the output to gain of the gain of the open loop op amp is very high, and always we are expressing the output voltage of the open loop op amp as V0 is equal to A0L into Vp minus Vn. Okay, this is the way we are going to represent the output voltage, where A0L is the gain, open loop gain of op amp. We all know that the open loop gain of op amp is very high. Okay, now coming to the pressure rectifiers, that too first I am going to explain positive pressure half wave rectifier. In that again I am considering two cases. Case 1 is when VA is greater than 0. We have to observe what is going to be happened at the output side. Similarly, case 2, that is VA is less than 0. For these two cases, we have to explain the positive pressure half wave rectifier. Similarly, we have to explain for the negative pressure half wave rectifier. First, we will see the positive pressure half wave rectifier. That too we will discuss about case 1, which is nothing but when VA is greater than 0. What happened when VA is greater than 0? Here I am considering the pressure rectifier as positive pressure rectifier circuit as like this, and here I am considering the op amp is operated in the non-inverting configuration. Why we can conclude this op amp is operating in the non-inverting configuration is we are applying the input at the non-inverting terminal, and I am assuming initially the op amp is operated in the open loop configuration. So V0 is equal to A0L into Vp minus Vn, where Vp is nothing but Vi is greater than 0. So Vp is a positive wave. Okay, so we will get V0 is equal to A0L into Vp means Vin, and then I am assuming initially Vn is equal to 0. So I may get V0 is equal to A0L into Vd, and we all know that the gain of the open loop op amps are very high. So obviously the output voltage is equal to A0L into Vin. So your high value is multiplied with the input voltage. We will get a maximum positive value at the output side. So V0A will be equal to A0L into Vin, and which is enough to drive the D1. So in this case D1 is acts as a switch. So okay, so why? Because that is forward bias. The diode is connected like that, and A0L into Vin is a positive value, and it will be up, and it will be act as a switch. Now I am treating this is act as a switch. Now what happened? The total circuit will be converted into voltage follower circuit. We have already seen the voltage follower circuit, that is V0 is equal to Vin. That's why we are calling it as a voltage follower. So there is a small change in the input, immediately the output is also varying. That's why what I am telling is, if you are applying the positive peak at the input side, okay, the diode D1 will be conducting and it will be act as a closed switch, and we are going to collect the output across the load RL. Here we are going to collect the output, which is nothing but the positive peak. Okay, now the same circuit diagram I am going to use for the explanation of case 2. What is case 2? Case 2 is nothing but when Vi is less than 0. Once again here I am placing the diode. Okay, So here I am placing the diode, and now my Vin is less than 0. That means I am going to apply the negative half wave. Okay, so what happened? So V naught is equal to A naught L into Vp minus Vn. I think you all know about this expression. And here A naught L is the open loop gain, which is a very high value, and Vp is in this case is minus Vin. Yes or no? Why? Because I am applying Vin is less than 0. So we will get minus A naught L into Vin at the output, which is nothing but V naught A, and the gain of the op amp is very high, and if you are multiplying with A naught L into minus Vin, we will get a large negative value, and the diode is connected in this fashion. Now this will becomes open circuit. Yes or no? If it will becomes an open circuit, then there will be no feedback path from the output to the input, and we are not going to collect any output across the load resistance RL. So what happened in this case is, when you apply Vi is greater than 0, you may get the positive wave. When you apply Vi is less than 0, you will not get any output across the load resistance RL. So we can clearly observe this with the help of input and output waveforms. Here I am going to draw the input waveform. Okay, here I am going to take the sine wave 0, and this is t, and which is nothing but t by 2. Here I am treating it as an input, and here I am going to consider the output voltage. Okay, what happened for the output voltage? When Vi is greater than 0, we may get the output voltage, that is, which is nothing but the positive peak, and Vi is less than 0, we will not get any output. So what happened in this case is, for the full cycle we are getting only the positive half wave cycle. That's why we are calling it as a positive pressure half wave rectifier. Okay. Now I am going to explain negative pressure half wave rectifier. If you observe this circuit with the previous circuit, which is nothing but positive pressure half wave rectifier, there is a small change in the circuit. There the diode is connected opposite fashion. Here the diode is connected in this fashion. Now see, like what we have explained for the previous case, here also we are going to be explained the same thing. Case 1, what is case 1? When Vi is greater than 0, we have to see what happened to the output. Similarly, case 2, when Vi is less than 0, we will see what happened at the output. First, I am going to be consider case 1, which is nothing but Vi is greater than 0. So this part I am going to be consider positive peak, and here also I am considering the same non-inverting op amp circuit, and we all know that output voltage V naught is equal to A naught L into Vp minus Vn. Okay, and here Vp is nothing but the positive terminal, so here I am applying the positive value. Why? Because Vi is greater than 0. So Vin, when initially I am assuming Vn is equal to 0, so we will get V naught is equal to A naught L into Vin plus A naught L into Vin. So that means we are getting a high positive output value at the output because of high gain of the open loop op amp. So here you are getting a high positive value, but the diode is connected in this fashion, so it is reverse biased, so it will be open. Okay, so it will be open in this case. So there will be no feedback path connection from output to the input. Why? Because if there is no connection, then there will be no useful for this. That's why what I am telling is whenever the switch is open, then there will be no feedback path from the output to the input, and we will not receive any output at the output side. So whenever you are applying the positive pulse, that means Vi is greater than 0, positive peak, we will not get any output across the load resistance RL. So once again I am going to take the diode is in this fashion. Now I am going to be explain the second case. What is second case? Vi is less than 0. Now we are going to see what is going to be happened when Vi is less than 0. At that time I will be consider this negative pulse or negative peak. Okay, so we all know that V naught is equal to A naught L into Vp minus Vn. Here we are considering Vp is equal to minus Vin and Vn is assumed as 0. So I will get minus A naught L into Vin. So because of high open loop gain at the output V naught A, we will get a large negative value, and here the diode is connected in this fashion. So that is forward biased, and the diode is acts as a closed switch. Now what happened? There will be a feedback path will be generated from the output to the input. Okay, now we are going to collect the we are going to collect the output voltage across the load resistance RL. That means if you are applying the positive peak, you are not going to get any output at the output side, and if you are applying the negative peak, that means for the case 2, you are going to get a output peak at output voltage at the across the load RL. So here I am going to be considering an input as same as it is the previous case, sine wave, and I am going to consider the output to V naught. So what happened? If you are applying the positive peak, you will not get any output. If you are applying the negative peak, then you will get the output. Okay, that's why we are calling it as negative precision half wave rectifier. Listen carefully. In this case, I am considering it as a non-inverting op-amp. That's why it is not inverted. In case if you have chosen it as a inverting op-amp, then it will be inverted. For the negative peak, we may get the positive peak. But in this case, I am considering it as a non-inverting op-amp. That's why for the negative peak only, we are getting the output. For the positive peak, we will not get any output. So this is about the negative precision half wave rectifier. Now we are going to discuss about inverting half wave rectifier. This circuit is totally explained about inverting half wave rectifier. How can you treat it as an inverting half wave rectifier? Because in this case you are applying the input at the inverting terminal. That's why you are treating it as an inverting half wave rectifier. Like what we have seen in the cases for the previous positive full wave rectifier, positive half wave precision rectifier and negative half wave precision rectifier. Here also we are going to consider two cases. What are they? Case 1 is when Vi is greater than 0, and case 2 is when Vi is less than 0. First, I am considering Vi is greater than 0, and we all know that output voltage V naught is equal to A naught L into Vp minus Vn. Okay, so A naught L into, I am considering Vp is 0 minus Vn is positive value. So I am treating Vn as Vin. Okay, so what you will get? You will get A naught L into Vin. So what happened in this case? Because of high open loop gain, we may get the large negative value at the output, and which is used to drive the diode D1, and it will stop, and it will be minus A naught L into Vin. The large negative value will be used to on the diode D1 and off the diode D2. When diode D2 is off, what happened? Then there will be no connection from the output to the input because of diode D1 is conducting. Now this will act as a closed switch. Now what happened? You will be collect the output at the output side. That means whenever you are applying the input as a positive peak, you will get a negative peak. See, because it is minus A naught L into Vin. So if you apply the positive at the input and you will get the negative peak. Now I am going to be explain case 2. What happened for the case 2? Once again I am going to consider the diodes. Diode D1 in this case, and here I am considering diode D2. Okay, now I am applying the case 2. What about case 2? Vi is less than 0. When Vi is less than 0, V naught is equal to A naught L into Vp minus Vn. So which will be equal to A naught L into 0 minus of Vn. Why? Because here we are considering Vi is less than 0. So we may get A naught L into Vn. So V naught is equal to A naught L into Vn. Due to the high open loop gain of op-amp, we will get a large positive value at the V naught A position. So what happened? Because of large positive value, the diode D2 will be conducting and diode D1 will be off. So what happened? In this case, this one will be act as an open switch and diode D2 will be conducting, okay, and this will be act as a closed switch. Because of this diode D2, which is used to prevent the circuit enter into the saturation level, and this switch is an open switch, then this diode is a open switch, then what happened? We will not collect any output across at the output. So finally I am going to draw the input and output waveforms. Here I am treating like this and here I am taking it as a T. Okay, now I am going to draw the output. This is V in and here I am going to consider V naught. So what happened? If you are applying the positive wave at the input side, you will get the negative peak. And what happened? If you apply the negative peak, you will not get any output across the load. So you will not get any output, and once again here you are getting the positive peak, once again you will get a negative peak in this case. So finally what we will conclude is, if you apply the input as a positive pulse, you will get the output as a negative pulse. So you will get an inverted output for the given input. That's why we are calling it as a inverting half wave rectifier. We are going to discuss about precision full wave rectifiers. In this case, we are having two types: positive precision full wave rectifiers as well as negative precision full wave rectifier. For an example, if I am considering an input is like this and we are applying the input to the full wave rectifier, then we may get the output as, for the positive full wave rectifier, we may get the output as like this. That means the condition for generating this positive full wave rectifier is V naught is equal to modulus of Vi. And second one is, if you are applying the input is like this for the full wave rectifier, if it is the negative full wave rectifier, then we may get the output as like this. So the condition for the negative full wave rectifier is V naught is equal to minus modulus of Vi. These are the two conditions for generating positive full wave rectifier as well as negative full wave rectifier. Now by using this circuit, I am going to generate positive full wave rectifier. For this I am considering inverting input. I think everyone will know clearly why I have chosen it as an inverting op-amp. Why? Because we are applying the input at the inverting terminal. So Vin is equal to applied at the inverting terminal. And so here we are going to explain positive full wave rectifier. So we all know that V naught is equal to A naught L into Vp minus Vn. So here I am treating it as Vn1 and here it as Vp1. So first what I am going to do is, like previously what we have seen it for the cases, that is case 1 is Vi is greater than 0 and case 2 is Vi is less than 0. Here also I am going to consider the same cases. Case 1 is Vi is greater than 0 and case 2 is Vi is less than 0. Now we will see what is going to be happen when Vi is greater than 0. So V naught is equal to A naught L into, I am assuming Vp is 0 and here it is greater than 0 means V in. So V naught will be equal to minus of A naught L into V in. That means when you applied input as a positive wave, then what happened? You will get a high negative wave at the output side. Here I am treating it as V naught A. V naught A value will be a very high value and which ons, okay, closed switch. D1 will be conducting and it acts as a closed switch in this case, and D2 will be conducting, D2 will be off. Why? Because it is reverse biased and it acts as a open switch. When it acts as a open switch, then there will be no connection for this to this and there will be no use of this connection when this diode is open. So what happened in this case? Now this Vp2 is also connected to ground. Okay, now looking to this circuit, this will converted to inverting op-amp and this op-amp is also converted to inverting op-amp. Now tell me what happened for the output of first inverting op-amp. V naught A will be equal to minus Rf by R1. Here Rf is R and R1 will be equal to R. I am taking all the resistances are equal and I am considering it as Vin. So V naught A will be equal to minus of Vin. Okay, now that will be applied as an input of the second op-amp. At 2 we are applying it to the inverting input 2. So this is also becomes inverting op-amp. Once again I am considering final output voltage V naught is equal to minus of Rf divided by R1 into V naught A. So here Rf is equal to R and R1 is equal to R and V naught A will be equal to what? V naught A will be equal to minus of V in. So we will get RR cancel, minus of minus is plus. So V naught will be equal to V in. So what you understand from this is when you apply the positive wave, that means case 1 is when Vi is greater than 0. What happened? If the input is like this is Vi and here I am going to take it as a T. So what about the output? When you applied Vi is greater than 0. Okay, when you applied Vi is greater than 0, you will get a positive peak. Okay, next coming case 2. What is case 2? Case 2 is Vi is less than 0. What happened when Vi is less than 0? Here we are applying the input at the non-inverting terminal. So V naught is equal to A naught L into Vp minus Vn. Vp1 minus Vn1. So A naught L into Vp1 is connected to ground and Vn1 is minus of minus Vin. Yes or no? Why? Because that is less than 0. So you may get A naught L into V in. That is V. V is nothing but in this case V naught will be taken as V in this case. So V is equal to A naught L into V in. That means when you applied the Vi is less than 0, output of the op-amp A1 will be a large positive value. What happened? Because of this large positive value, then diode D2 will be forward biased and diode D1 will reverse biased. Then diode D2 acts as a closed switch. Now it becomes a closed switch. And now diode D1 will be reversed biased and it acts as a open switch. Okay, now there will be no connection from this to this. And if you clearly observe this, these two resistors are connected in series. So you may remove these two resistors and place an equivalent resistance R plus R, which is nothing but 2R. Okay, now what I am going to do is I am going to apply KVL at node A. Apply KCL at node A. So what about KCL? Here the current passing is I, and here the current passing is I1, and here the current passing through this is I2. So what about if you apply KCL at node A? I will be equal to I1 plus I2, or sum of all the currents will be equal to 0. I plus I1 plus I2 will be equal to 0. What is I? I means V in minus this terminal, Vn1. Here this is at the ground position. From the virtual ground concept, this is also 0. So Vp1 is equal to 0. According to the virtual ground concept, Vn1 is also equal to 0. First I am going to write, see, I is equal to Vi minus Vn1 divided by R plus I1 is from here to here, and this is the voltage V which will be applied at Vp2, positive terminal of the op-amp A2. According to the virtual ground concept, the voltage at the negative terminal is also equal to V, and the difference voltage which will be equal to Vd will be equal to 0. So here also the voltage is V. Now what happened? Again I1 is equal to V minus Vn1 divided by 2R, and then plus I2 is equal to V minus Vn1 divided by, here we are having a resistance R. Okay, Vn1 divided by R is equal to 0. Okay, now tell me, if Vp1 is equal to 0, according to the virtual ground concept, Vn1 is also equal to 0. So Vp1 is equal to 0. According to the virtual ground, Vn1 is also equal to 0. Substitute in this equation, then we will get it as, that is Vi divided by R plus V by 2R plus V by R will be equal to 0. Now Vi by R will be equal to minus of V by 2R minus of V by R. Take LCM, this is 2R, V minus V minus 2R, which will be equal to minus V minus 2V, which will be equal to minus 3V divided by 2R. Vi will be equal to minus 3V divided by 2R. So we want V value. What about V? V by 2R. But in this case, we want the value of V. What happened? RR will be cancelled. Now what happened for V? V is equal to minus 2 by 3 into Vi. Now what happened is, this V will be applied as an input of non-inverting op-amp. Now the total circuit will becomes, how can this circuit is converted? Now I am representing in a simpler way. The circuit will becomes like this for the non-inverting side. Here it is plus and here it is minus, and we are applying the input at this position, and we are going to collect the output, and here the resistance is R, and this is 2R, and this will be connected to Vn1. But according to the virtual ground concept, Vp1 is equal to 0. Obviously from the virtual ground concept, Vn1 is also equal to 0. Now the circuit will becomes like this. For that we have to calculate the output voltage, and this is nothing but the non-inverting op-amp. What happened for the non-inverting op-amp? V naught output voltage is equal to 1 plus RF by R. Here RF means R and R1 means 2R into V, which is nothing but input voltage. So we will get V naught is equal to, what happened? 2R plus R, 3R divided by 2R into, what happened for V? V is nothing but minus 2 by 3 into Vi. So RR cancel, 2 cancel, 3 cancel. So we will get V naught is equal to minus Vi. If you observe this case, here we are taking input voltage as less than 0. So obviously we will get V naught is equal to plus Vi. Minus of Vi means Vi is less than 0. We will get V naught is equal to minus of minus Vi. We will get positive value. Otherwise, for the condition of full wave rectifier, if V naught is equal to modulus of Vi. So, if we apply the negative pulse at the input, what happened at the output? You may also get the positive pulse. So, for the positive wave also you are getting positive pulse. For the negative wave also, even if applying the input at the negative pulse, even though because of this condition V naught is equal to minus Vi, so obviously Vi is a less than value, that is less than 0, you will get V naught is positive, or you may know the full wave rectifier condition is V naught is equal to modulus of Vi. From this we will get again positive pulse. So for the full wave you applied, you will get the full wave rectifier. This is precision rectifiers.